Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. In this video I would like to discuss how to diagnose and repair this mini chainsaw. So this is my wife's favorite tool at the campground. When we go camping, she loves to prune the branches and prepare some wood for fire. Just the other day we were camping with a friend and the friend borrowed it. He took it down to the river, did some cutting and returned it saying both batteries are dead. So we returned from the camping trip. I took the first battery, put it here on the charger and left it overnight charging. Then the next day I checked on it, took the battery, put it back, and there was nothing. It was absolutely dead. So this battery pack, it's a 21 volt. This is incorrect. My wife got this from her parents. This is extremely cheap set. All these batteries are 21 volts. This is incorrect sticker. So here you have a plus. It even says there plus and minus. So if you take your multimeter, there should be approximately 21 volts. This battery is already repaired, so I will just check it, put it in there. It says 20.30 or 28, so this is almost fully charged battery, and that's what you should find out. In my case, there were only millivolts. There was basically no juice in this battery coming out. This entire set comes with two batteries and the charger. If you check on the back here, on the label, it says 21 volts. So I again used the multimeter, put the probe inside and outside, and it was showing me 21 volts. So I was not doubting this charger anymore, and I realized most likely there is a problem in both batteries. I own a lot of DeWalt tools, basically for that carpentry kind of around the house systems. So I was like, I wonder if this saw will fit on the DeWalt, and maybe that will help me to see if the saw is okay. So I kind of wiggle it on it. Looking on the contacts, I realize this perfectly matches. And look at this. The saw is running, just the polarity is reversed. So it's running backwards. The chain is running backwards. But now I know the saw is perfectly fine, and I really have a problem with the batteries. So I look at those batteries. You will think this is all disposable, but actually not. It's not sealed and glued together. There are 4 screws. I realize it's a T10. It's not a normal Phillips, it's a T10 tool. And I opened that whole casing. Now I will be not opening this one, I'm just sharing my diagnosis and the repair. So this is basically one of 2, and I will explain what happened the next. After opening, it falls apart, and basically what I saw is the batteries being on this tray, something like that, and there is this motherboard. I looked on all the contacts on the motherboard if there is anything burnt or damaged, and all the solders were totally fine. So the next possibility was that one of these cells, the battery cells, will be bad. And again I have used the multimeter, and I opened both batteries. The one is closed right now, but I had them fully open. The boards were fine. So I started testing these individual cells, and if you look on the multimeter, all of them, they should have a 4 volts. So if I touch plus and minus right here, it's a 4.04 volts. So I went through both batteries, through every single cell, and I find out that in each of them one of the cells was bad and again had millivolts only. There was not even 1 volt. Now when you open it, all these individual 5 cells are having contacts on the side. They are all connected this way to create that 21 volts. Right here it says 2000 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. So as I showed you, it's slightly over 4 volts, and I start measuring all of them, and one of them was in each pack bad. So I had to remove these contacts, and I have replaced one of them, and I soldered back the contacts. These contacts are originally micro-welded. It's a metal which is welded to the surface. You can see probably still the remainings, maybe. The lighting here is unusable in the shop. It's a brand new situation. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of these shadows everywhere. So you can see the remnants of those welds right here. What I did, I don't have that micro welder, so I just solder it. And the way they fit in this box, fortunately, even if the solder will give up, it's basically the casing. It's hard pushing on these contacts and keeps them in the place. So out of 2 battery packs, I had to throw away 2 of these, so I was able to create 1 pack, repair it, fix it. It's not 24 volt, it's 21. And as you saw in this demonstration, it perfectly works. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. From the moment I put it to the charger went from the green. There is a light on the charger. It went from the green to the yellow or orange, which was correct. It was recognizing, communicating with this board, and it recognized that there needs to be charged. Before, and I didn't mention it, sorry for that, when it was hooked to the bad battery pack, the charger, that little LED, was always green. It never changed when you hooked it to it. It was always green. It never went to the orange, showing that it needs to be charged. And then, after it's being charged, switching back to the green. So both motherboards were totally fine. I just didn't have these available. So what I chosen, I made a 1 pack out of it. The repair was successful. Even if those solders will give up, there is so much pressure from that housing, it should not move. I taped it around, so there's a nice tape. It's nicely tight in it. It successfully charged. It was almost full, so it took only like 30 minutes. The battery fully charged. The charger changed to the green color. And you can see it perfectly runs. So what I did, I ordered online on eBay another additional pack. This time it says correctly 21 volts. This is incorrect. It's not 24 system, it's 21. Even as we discussed, the charger shows that fact. It has a nice light. I was going to buy my wife the Stihl. The Stihl is right now on sale, the entire set. It's normally 170 plus tax, but it's now 145. But I went to the Stihl dealer and she grabbed that. It's way bulkier. She didn't like it. She said, well, I will think about it. So I came back and I said, okay, I need to figure out if I can fix this for her. It happened yesterday. I have this extra board. If I ever was able to find these cells, which probably is possible, I just want it to be done with it. So this is my story. This is how I diagnosed the problem. And basically it was in the batteries, and each pack, one of these was bad. All the other ones had over 4 volts, but one of them didn't have even 1 volt. It was completely shot, only millivolts on the multimeter. And I didn't think about filming this. I didn't know even if I will succeed, so you don't see it filmed step by step. It was not my idea. But then I realized it's a relatively easy fix. Out of 2 batteries, you can have 1, or you can just buy the additional batteries, the single ones. I realize a lot of people owns this, and in the name of not throwing it away, some of you will have the same dilemma: why to throw away the whole set? It's cheap, but the saw, it's perfectly fine. It's running good. She loves it. It's a good product in my opinion. It had the cover here, we removed it. It's way easier to work with it this way. So I realized I rather share that for you who are like me, who likes to tinker and fix everything and is willing to spend some time before thinking of this as a disposable throwaway immediately. If you have a time on your hands and basic tools like a multimeter and that T10, Torx T10, you can open these and you can fix it yourself. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you like content like this, be subscribed to the Auto Resource channel. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.